Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be another blog post, which I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought the one yesterday would be the last one. We have one more, and then we should all have early access, or at least all the partners should have early access by tomorrow to start showing you some stuff. So I'll be able to start recording some videos to get those ready for you guys since I have access to it now. But yeah, so let's take a look here at the some of the decorations and constructions and stuff like that. There's a lot of cool stuff here. You can still pre-order this and get a little bit of a discount if you want to. You can use all the stuff down below in the description to do that. Use code FarmerCop at checkout or some other partner code. Yeah, just make sure you use a partner code if you can. It goes to help out whatever your favorite creator is. Doesn't have to be me. Just use someone's partner code. But anyhow, I digress. And you can also wait until we all start posting videos on it, and you can kind of see if you still want it by just some of the stuff that we do in the videos that we put out. All the different creators out there that'll have access to it. So yeah, but let's go ahead and get into it. Let me pull up the blog post first, and then, we'll read the this part here, and then we'll go into it. So it says new productions, constructions, and decorations. Highlands Fishing Preview. So a new map, soil cultivated with a new crop, and the introduction of aquaculture adds new productions, constructions to Farming Center 25. Highlands Fishing brings you a variety of new activities that allow your business to grow and make more profit. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's one of the construction projects there, which we'll take a look at all these screenshots. I have better versions of them for us to look at as well, which you already saw one at the beginning. That was one of the screenshots there. But anyhow, there's other previews that are out there, which you can check out if you'd like to. I've done videos on all of these. We did the video on Alistair yesterday with a new NPC coming. It says, don't forget to pre-order Highlands Fishing. Save 10% before it releases November 4th. You guys can do that if you want to. And then moving on, build a castle. King Leg is in need of restoration. Now, yes, it's castle ruins, and it seems it feels wrong to rebuild a castle, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to, obviously. But oh yeah, but anyhow, you can if you'd like to. So there are two castles in Kinleg. One is still standing proud at the shore, and the other one, well, it's not standing, but lays in ruins. Whatever the history behind the situation is, it seemed that the town castle won the battle. But you can do something and help to restore the one on the hill. So as one of the new construction projects, the castle grounds require you deliver resources so it may shine at the top of the hill in all of its glory once again. It's a bit of a project and takes some time, but when it's done, you're rewarded by being allowed to crown yourself king or queen of this fine achievement of architecture. In case historic structures to beautify the landscape and increase your prestige level are not your thing, you might want to invest your time and resources into something more productive, the windmill. They can help the windmill here, it looks like. Not only does it look nice, it becomes a functioning production point after completion, which that's pretty cool. Meaning the mill does some actual milling. Deliver your harvested grain to be processed and turned into flour, so it may become your starting point for a production change. So that's pretty cool. I like that. There's actually a reason to do it there. So new products and production chains. Very fishy. Production chain overview with the icon switch. I have a better version of this, so we'll take a look at this here in a little bit. There's some nifty stuff in there. So don't look at it yet. We're going to look at a better version of that screenshot that's not blurry because I'm so zoomed in on this PDF. It says, to build a castle windmill, you require some resources, especially wood, but the sawmill is hardly any news. And you might have visited in the past for other construction projects. That's why we added new places and products to the chains of production and construction. Now, there's also quarry and stonemason. Bricks won't do, so heavier stones are needed. And what's a castle without some fancy shingles on the roof, right? But that's not all. With the new crop onions, as well as the whole fishing endeavor, there are other new links in the production chain, most prominently the fish food factory, which we talked about that a little bit before. To produce fish food, you need vegetable oil. Either you need sunflower, olive, canola, or rice oil, plus wheat and soybeans. Out comes the fish food. Learn more about that in our fishing preview, which we talked about before. I have a video out on that. There are also a couple of new selling stations in town. So we have like this guy here, the Glen Hat Co. It looks like. The new buildings and decorations. So apart from all the machines, tools, factories, and production buildings, you get more options to beautify the environment. New buildings can be placed on your land. Want to create a nice little community within Kinlag consisting of natural looking log cabins and houses? Go ahead. New buildings. So here's some of the new buildings here, which we'll take a look at these again, more detail here in a bit. A variety of decorative objects allows you to customize your backyard, whether it's a pleasant and tidy or a more busy one adjacent to your tool shed and garage. And again, we'll take a look at some of these, but yeah, some new decorative objects, nothing too crazy or too exciting. New trees and bushes and meadow types will also be available to be found in the construction menu. We know some of you enjoy placing happy little trees and plants in the vicinity of your farmland, so go for it. So yeah, there'll be some new plants and stuff, which I think is cool. More customization options is great. We also placed more ourselves. King Live will be lit with seasonal decoration like Halloween and Christmas decorations, which is pretty cool. So I like that. I want to see more streaming coming. So they'll be doing a live stream, well, later today, actually, by the time you guys are watching this, 6 p.m. CET. This video will come out 2 p.m. CET, I believe, so it'll be 4 hours after this video comes out. But so they'll be streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So there you go. And talk about the pre-order stuff there. But yeah, let's go back to screenshots, because screenshots are cool. We're going to start with a different screenshot, actually, though, because this one is the first one in my set. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, so new buildings. These mostly look decorative. Some of them may have like a house function, but I wouldn't hold my breath too much on that. But nice little kind of shed there. That almost looks like it has like a house above, so maybe we can get up there. I think maybe you can't. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't played with any of these yet, so I don't know. That might be a house or a shed there. Probably a house trigger or something right there. That's probably got a shed there. Maybe a house trigger, maybe a house trigger. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure at this time. Here's the construction project for the castle that's underway, so you can see that I'm in progress there. And beautiful landscape. Honestly, Kinleg is a really beautiful map. It might be one of the most beautiful maps we've ever had. We'll see if it takes that crown from Silver Run Forest, which I think Silver Run Forest is currently the most beautiful Giants map that's ever been made. May not be forestry, may not be for everyone, but you can't argue with the beauty on that map. And here's the next stage here, or maybe not the next stage, but here's it a little bit further along. I'm getting constructed. They're doing a little bit more on it, getting that the backside there built now. And then here's back kind of what it looked like before any of that happened. Again, these are in no particular order. This is just the order that they sent them to me, so I'm just going through them. You can see some of the Christmas decorations here. I don't think they gave us any screenshots of the Halloween decorations, which I was kind of curious about. But yeah, those look more Christmassy as well. Christmassy there, but yep, beautiful decoration. It's cool that those will show up seasonally. And then here's some of the decorative objects being placed around in the backyard. So you get to see there's that one building in the back there. It looks like a decorative building. But yeah, some flower pots, various things like that, pile of logs, all that good stuff is in there. Move on. Here's some of those decorative objects that we saw just a second ago. So here's some of the new decorations. We're almost to the production chart. Don't worry, that's the big one you guys are probably the most curious about. Here's a look at the Fish Feed Co. here, where you can produce your own fish food. And then here we have some of the new painted textures on the side there. And some of the new plants and stuff is what they're trying to show off in this screenshot. And then, finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, we have this bad boy. So, take a look. So, water to the quarry to make stones. So, input is water, and you get stones out. Stonemason is going to make shingles and your stone blocks. So, you'll have to take stone to the stonemason to get those. Which is kind of cool. Onions can go into the Hilaris to be bagged, or you can take onions instead of into there, and you can take them to the vegetable processing plant where you can make these 3 products, which is onion soup, onion salt, and fried onions. And let's just make sure I'm right on that. Yeah, big stones, and then you get castle stones and roof shingles. Sorry, those technical names for those. And then you also need to make the fried onions. You'll need one of these oil types here, which is sunflower, olive, rice, or canola. And just as mentioned as well, to make fish food, you'll need soybeans. That's flour, right? That looks like flour. Gotta be flour. Yeah, flour. Okay. Yeah. To make your fish food. And then young fish breeding, you can put in the fish food to get these 2 guys here. And then you can take these guys, which I don't know why this one has a circle around it. Oh, there's a fish lake that you can put those in as well. That's why there's a circle there. So then these 2 can go into the offshore aquaculture, and you can provide fish food there if you want to. If it's still the same way as I saw in early access, which I do have early access now, but I haven't actually loaded into the game yet, so I can't confirm this or not. But I did talk about this in a previous video, so this isn't secret. My understanding was in the offshore aquaculture, if you provided fish food, you got less loss of some of the young fish, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So if you don't want to have to transport a bunch of fish food pallets out there into the water, you don't have to. And the fish lake, it looks like we'll take the salmon there. So yeah, I'm curious to kind of experiment with all that, but those are some of the new production chains, so there you go. Yeah, all you guys that love moving your pallets around, you're good to go. Here is the quarry here, so this is where you're going to get the stones themselves. Those are the big stones over there. You can see some pallets of them right there. They're bringing, looks like small stones here, so I don't know. They might also purchase, like, the little stones. We'll kind of have to see. Another sell point here, the Glen Hat Co. there. It looks like kind of a warehouse trigger buy point type thing, so I'll be curious to see how that works. And over here we have the stonemason, which you have your castle stone bricks, and then you also have your roof tiles there, and you can see they're delivering some stones there, which is great. Then here is the gray mill getting built. pause at any points in there to see those different ones, and that's kind of the last thing I got for you. And you get that built, and then it becomes a working production, which I think is pretty cool. So buildable production is pretty cool, like that. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.